If LinkedIn is still a bit of a mystery to you and you're not quite sure how to use it, then stick around because in this video I have 5 simple and easy tips that can take you from beginner to expert in no time at all, and that's coming up right now. Hey there, Mark Warnken here. Thanks for tuning into my channel, the #1 place to stay up to date with everything that happens in the world of social media. So as always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below and tick the little bell icon. That way you won't miss out on any of my weekly videos. So tip #1 that I have for you today is setting up and optimizing your profile for success. And there are 3 key areas that I want you to focus on the most. So let me show you what they are. So jumping onto my LinkedIn profile for the first time, what are those 3 key areas that I want you to focus on the most in setting up and optimizing your LinkedIn profile? Well, those 3 areas, they all start at the top of your LinkedIn profile. So remembering when someone lands on your LinkedIn profile, they're going to decide within seconds whether they like what they see, and they will decide to either read on or scroll on and have a look, or they will click off and the opportunity will be lost. So starting right at the top of your LinkedIn profile, I want you to focus on creating a customized banner image or cover image, as they can call it. You can see how mine is sized correctly, and it has a benefit statement, and mine says making social media for business owners and brands easy. So just don't put up a photo or of the city skyline that from where you are in the world, or things like that, or even worse, blank. That's what too many people do, and then they wonder why most people aren't, overly engaged with their LinkedIn profile. So focus on that. You also want a profile image of yourself. I've gone with away from a less corporate one. I put this one up in the pandemic. I'm working from home. I saw someone else did it and thought, hey, that's a great idea. Just makes it more real life for myself when people can see me at my home office working at my desk. So that's 1 and 2. These are the 2 top parts of the top box area. And the third one here is your professional headline. So this is where you get to add a benefit statement or your keywords or even your job description and a combination of them all. And I've got social media trainer, speaker, expert, helping business owners and brands, grow using LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook. So this is the most important part, I believe, because unless people engage with you here, they're not going to scroll down and have a look further at your profile. So these 3 areas combined form the first part that I want you to focus on the most when setting up your LinkedIn profile. So the second part then becomes the about section. The about section used to be called the summary, and this is where you get to expand it out, and you get 2,000 character spaces here. You get 2,000 character spaces to tell your story, who you are, what you do, and how you help. So a few key points I want you to focus on. The first key point is it's your LinkedIn profile, yourself writing about yourself. So I believe you should be writing it in the first person. I believe when you're writing it in the third person, it just sounds a little bit weird. Equally, I only have the top little bit about my, who I am and what I do. And then the rest of my, summary section or the about section is all about, how I help others. So you don't want it to be a chest beating exercise about I'm this and I'm that and I've done this and I've done that and I'm a superstar and all of that. To a little degree, you need that because that's your social proof. But then it's all about how you help others. So short 3-line paragraphs only, lots of bullet points, breaking it up, making it easy for people to see. Combination of some capital letters, things like that. It's well spaced. Add your contact details as well, phone number and email for myself, and I have a call to action down the bottom. Click below to learn more and consume and watch some of my extra YouTube videos as well. So that's the second part that I want you to be focusing on, and that will form and that will flow directly from the top box area. People will start to scroll down and have a look, and they may or may not decide to, this is building the rapport, I suppose, them getting to know who you are and what you do and potentially how they can you can help them. And the third part that I want you to be focusing on is this area here. Look how visual it is, the featured section. So it's the largest of all the image sections that we can get on your profile after your banner image. So after your banner image right at the top, I want you to activate this featured section. Now I use it as an opportunity to list all of my YouTube videos.
And people can click here and scroll across, and then they can see, social proof. They can see, some of my teaching for free, things like that. But if you don't have videos, you could put, testimonials. You could put links to your websites. You could put, various other social proofs, projects or mentions in the media, that type of thing. So they're the three key areas on setting up and optimizing your LinkedIn profile for success that I want you to focus on the most. Now, you can then scroll down and you can do a whole lot more. And I have separate videos on extras that you can add, and I will put the links to those videos in the comments section below of this video. But yeah, from experience doing this now for a long time on LinkedIn, the vast majority of people have a underperforming LinkedIn profile, and that's because they don't focus on these three main key areas at the top.
Now that you've set up and optimized your profile, tip number 2 is now to start engaging with your LinkedIn network.
And the way we start engaging with our LinkedIn network, we do it exactly the same as what we would do on all of the other social media platforms. So if I click on the home page, we get to start to like and comment and share what our connections and what the LinkedIn business community around the world have been sharing. So here we go. Anthony's a power user here in Australia on LinkedIn. And here we go. I'm just going to hop over Anthony's name. See the importance of setting up and optimizing your profile for success. Smiley photo. It's got his professional statement here or professional headline here. So that's why it's really important that I always focus on setting up and optimizing your profile, because if someone hovers over your name, the pop-up box will appear. So as I said, Anthony's a power LinkedIn network. He's always sharing tech type of videos. So I get to like and comment and maybe even share this to my greater LinkedIn network. And I just did that before. Wow, fantastic. And I left a comment on that. And that now, pushes myself out into the LinkedIn network. And when people see that, sometimes their curiosity comes and they hover over my profile and they see Mark's a social media trainer, speaker, expert. And that's how I get contacted on LinkedIn all the time. It's amazing, just by being active on LinkedIn, by posting myself, but liking and commenting and sharing, that type of thing. This is visibility. Visibility equals credibility equals profitability. Here we go. Josephine Burke, she's a level 2 connection with mine. A little over a year ago, she decided to quit her job. Little did I know that a month later, I would get a job at Apple. Absolutely fantastic what was her name? Josephine. Simple little 6-second video. Look at that. Over 12,000 likes and thumbs up. Nearly 500 comments. 377,000 view. This is the power of social media. I'm going to leave behind a little calling card with a congrats and well done as well. Congrats and well done, Josephine Burke. So I even mentioned her name, so she will get notified that I was mentioned. And that's all the best practices that we can all do for free here on LinkedIn. So liking and commenting and sharing. Here we go. I can even share this particular post. And you can write some extra, comments here, that type of thing. But I won't. I will just share it as per normal. And I'm going to actually even share this one to my Twitter newsfeed as well. I've linked my LinkedIn profile with my Twitter profile. I have a separate video on that, so I'll put the link to that one in the comments below as well. So there we go. I'm going to share this great news. It's a simple news story to my LinkedIn network and my Twitter news feed. It's just, share, excuse me, sharing the love, and who knows what opportunity may flow from that. Equally, if I click here, the send, I could send this particular post as a direct message to someone. So LinkedIn's absolutely amazing. The vast majority of people, even though they now have 700 million users around the world, the vast majority of people are nowhere near engaging, anywhere near what they potentially can be doing on this amazing platform. And people say all the time, Mark, I'm not getting any benefit out of LinkedIn. And what I do is I go back and have a look at their profile. Their profile is not set up correctly, and they haven't engaged with their network in days or weeks or even months. Think of it this way, if you're not going to a business networking events, then you can't expect to be getting referrals and businesses and things like this. Look how powerful, video content is these days. Look at that. That's stop the scroll. I'm a little bit mesmerized now watching this. You may well be the same watching my video as well. Simple little video. Look at that. 1,300 likes. 45 comments. It's had over 23,000 views. How simple is this? Like and comment and share. So that's tip number 2 that I want you to be focusing on, engaging with your network by liking and commenting and sharing, and maybe even sending direct messages, things like that.
Tip number 3 is all about posting yourself on LinkedIn. Image posts, video posts, and even utilizing the LinkedIn Stories feature.
And posting on LinkedIn is really easy, just like all of the other social media platforms. Here we go, start a post. We click the button here. We can now add a video. We can now add an image. We can create a poll. We can find an expert, celebrate an occasion. There's all of these pop-ups, these type of things as well. So, and that's make it very easy. Or we can just click a photo, a video here, write an article, those type of things. So they make it really easy to do that. Now I actually posted something earlier today. Let me go and show you what that one, or an hour or so ago. Let's have a look. If I scroll down through my page, let's have a look. Well, of course, here we go. We can just see the video that I just shared about Josephine. But earlier on today, I shared, it was a video on, what was it all about? It was about, the thumbnail started playing straight away. Well, here we go. In this video, I take you through step by step on how to create the perfect Instagram bio, showing you some great examples as well. So, and I've utilized some hashtags. So here was a native video that I uploaded to the LinkedIn platform. Now, when you're uploading videos direct to LinkedIn, it has to be under 10 minutes. So I had to trim down this full-length video that went for about 10.5 minutes, but that's okay because people get the gist and then they can obviously consume. And I have, find me on LinkedIn for more videos and on my YouTube channel as well. It's only had 66 views at the moment. It was done on a Sunday morning here in Australia. So, I wasn't necessarily expecting, to get that many. Here was another video that I shared. It was actually my full YouTube video that I shared. It's got the YouTube video link. That one went out into a group that I am a member of, and people can actually click the link and start watching the video there. But it's very simple and easy. Most of us are going to be, familiar with how to do this, but I am going to show you an example on specifically what to do and how to do it. So in this post, it's all about Twitter, the good, the bad, and the ugly. There we go. I took some incentive from that Western movie starring Clint Eastwood all those years ago. And the copy says, in this video, I explain all you need to know about how to use Twitter, including the good, the bad, and the ugly. And to watch the video, click the link in the comment section below. So best practice with everything that I'm doing. Hopefully I'm using an eye-catching image to stop the scroll. I've got some copy explaining what it's all about. I've got the 3 prominent Twitter hashtags that I want to utilize as a reference that people might be able to find this video from. And of course, as always, I tick the Twitter box here that it's not only going to publish this video to my LinkedIn network, and who knows where it will go from there, but it's also going to publish it to my Twitter feed as well. So let's click post on that and we will see what happens. So there we go. That has been posted to my LinkedIn network and the wider LinkedIn community around the world. See how it's got a nice eye-catching, engaging image. So hopefully when people are scrolling past, just like we're doing on this particular video, see how popular video is these days. I really, really want everyone to be focusing on it. If you can't do videos, you always be utilizing an image though. Never post on social media, or almost rarely post on social media without an image or a video. But hopefully this image stops the scroll. People will quickly read it. I've got my hashtags there, all of the best practices. I'm going to put the link to the video here. So if people then want to click on the link, it will take them to my YouTube channel and they could watch it. Now, the reason I didn't put the YouTube video link here in the body text section here, because whenever you're putting a YouTube video on LinkedIn or any of the other social media platforms, it very much suppresses, the social media platform will limit the organic reach. So basically what they're saying is if I put a YouTube video link here, they're not going to send it out to too many of my connections because they don't want people necessarily clicking on that video link and taking them off LinkedIn and onto Twitter. So a little bit of a ninja tip, a way around that is to do the post like I've done here, and I'm then going to put the YouTube video link down here in the comment section below as well. So, but engaging with your network on tip number 2 is what you need to be doing, but equally you need to be posting on a regular basis for business owners and brands and whatever you're doing. Easily, I believe you should be able to be posting at least once a day. That's right, once a day and even more. And hopefully these examples here in tip number 3 have given you some ideas and some inspiration on how to do that.
With tip number 4, we dive into utilizing the LinkedIn search function. Of all of the features that we can utilize on LinkedIn, I believe the search function is LinkedIn's best feature. Look at it this way. Invisible can become visible once we know how to utilize the LinkedIn search function.
So how do we utilize the LinkedIn search function, and why would we actually utilize it? Well, LinkedIn, amongst many things, is a giant database and a search engine. Every word within LinkedIn, just like a Google search, becomes keyword searchable, and that's what basically LinkedIn is all about. It's a giant database, it's a search engine, it's business people from around the world who've gone to the time and effort, setting up their profile and saying, hey, here I am, this is what I do. How can I help you? Or I'm here to be found, that type of thing. So let's utilize the LinkedIn search function with a very general, generic search that most business people will be able to understand. And let's see what results we can come up with. So in the search box, I've typed in job title office manager, and it's brought up for me 24,900,000 results. Now, it's a phenomenal number. Now, obviously, that's way too many for us to start even getting our head around, but this is LinkedIn's best feature. What I've just done, I've keyed in a job title, and I've kept it very broad, and it's brought me up over 24 people in my LinkedIn network whose current job title, or maybe their previous job title, is office manager. Now, I'm going to use a couple of filters and show you how we can get that down to a more manageable number, but nowhere else on the social media platforms can we get this information. So I've keyed in job title office manager, it's brought me up Vivian, it's brought me up Laura, it's brought me up another Laura, Rhiannon, Michaela, Michael, Layla, Natasha, Leah, Shannon, and away we go. Now, invisible has now become visible. It shows me their full name, it shows me their photo, it shows me where they work, and that little bits of information is more than enough for me to now reach out and start engaging with my LinkedIn network to open up the lines of communication, and who knows where those opportunities may flow. Now, as I say, too many, 24 million results is way too many. So let's use a couple of filters. And the first one I like to do is location. So let's click on location. Let's click here, Greater Sydney area. I'm here in Sydney, so let's click on Greater Sydney area, and that will narrow this down substantially. 189,000 results. So it's changed some of the results. Gail now appears, Susan now appears, Vivian's still there, and Georgina, Laura, Honey, Martinique, Elise, Danielle, away we go. So if I was to click on any of those profile, Gail Brown, office manager at Allianz Global Corporate and Speciality here in Sydney. So if your job that you do, if you're a business owner or a supplier, and the ideal job title, for someone for you to get in contact with is the office manager, this is where LinkedIn is absolutely brilliant. But I'm absolutely astounded because so many people just don't even utilize it. Then they come to me and they say, Mark, LinkedIn's not working for me. And I show them the search function, just like in this example, and they go, oh, I didn't even know that existed. And I go, well, that's why you're not getting any particular benefit out of LinkedIn. Your profile looks bad, you're not engaging with your network, and you haven't utilized the #1 feature of LinkedIn that I believe is the database and the search engine. So anyway, that's my job. My job is to educate people and inspire them to take action, and I do all of that for free, because if I do it enough for free, then, I get my paid corporate coaching clients from it as well. So, but let's narrow this down to first level connections only, because, 24,000 or whatever that number was is still way too many. So here we go. It's narrowed it down to a more manageable 354 people in my LinkedIn network whose current job title, and they live in Sydney, Australia, is office manager. So I will be able to start scrolling through that and then reaching out to these people and saying, hey, so if you're a supplier of anything that, to business offices, it could be, window cleaning, carpet cleaning, office furniture, office stationery, corporate catering, there would literally be tens, there would be 20, 50, 100 professions who supply to businesses, and the office manager might be the ideal job title for you to reach out and get in contact with. So the LinkedIn search function is absolutely amazing. People just don't use it, and then they wonder why they're not necessarily, not getting any benefit out of LinkedIn. But, all of these little particular tips that I'm showing you here: tip #1, setting up your profile; tip 2, engaging with your network; tip 3, posting yourself; and tip 4, I can honestly say that if you start utilizing and following these simple tips on a daily basis over a period of weeks and months, you will be astounded at the opportunities that will start opening up for yourself or your business or brand, and who knows where that may take you.
So tip number 5 in this video is all about being consistent. The world of social media these days is not a sometimes thing. I believe it's an everyday thing, and that also applies to utilizing LinkedIn. So we've just gone through tip 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I firmly believe if you can focus on doing that on a daily basis, I'm quite sure endless opportunities will start opening up for your business or brand. Look at it this way. LinkedIn's all about visibility. Visibility equals credibility equals profitability. So I want you to be consistent on a daily basis with those tips that I've just shown you in this video. So there we go. Hopefully you found this video on LinkedIn informative, entertaining, and helpful. And I've opened your eyes a little bit more to the possibilities, and I've inspired you or even spurred you on to start diving into the amazing world of LinkedIn. If that's the case, go to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you've been doing on LinkedIn. Hopefully some of my tips have been helpful to you. If you're watching this on LinkedIn, go to the comment section below, say hello. Don't forget to send me a connection request as well. And no matter what platform that you're watching this video on, you know what to do. Give me a thumbs up, give me a like, leave a comment, share it across all of the other social media platforms, and I would be very grateful for that. Mark Warnken, Social Media Selling 123, signing off. I look forward to seeing you again real soon in another one of my videos.